Good morning, afternoon, and evening, wherever you are, and welcome back to another Star Trek trailer reaction. I am Cousin Cheeto. I am alone because Zam is currently in bed, and we've got more Trek stuff from San Diego Comic Con. And yes, I am wearing a Star Wars shirt. I am an equal opportunity offender of Trekkies and Star Wars people. Anyway, let's jump right into it. So as you can see, they kind of throw it here in the beginning that Lower Decks is coming out on August 12th. Super stoked. Can't wait for season 2. So we start off with a nice view, just like the Prodigy. They really do their space views very well in the animated scope of things. And then I guess you have a comet. Like it wouldn't be a shooting star at this point. I mean, it's kind of in space. So I say, wow, well, no matter what deck you're on, this is the greatest, and then out of nowhere, the Cerritos bolts, and they're just kind of left there on this big old satellite thingy, probably a long range probe or something like that. And so you got Mariner standing there, and and she's like, "How much oxygen do we have?" Blah blah blah. Now I just want to point out very early on that we already have Blemler back. So, yeah, we have Tindy and we have Blemler and Mariner and Rutherford. I almost forgot his name there for a second, but so they're not keeping it a secret. Blumler's coming back. He's not staying on the Titan, which is probably for the best of the show, I guess. I don't know. We'll see how it goes and how they get him back. So as per usual, the Paramount Plus logo looks like some kind of crew hall, like crewman entertainment hall, kind of like in the military where they had back in World War when they had the entertainment come in and they would all sit in the base camp and they'd have like entertainers and stuff like that. So yeah. So now it looks like we are on a planet which has Quark's bar, might I add. I think they showed. I wonder if this is the same planet that they went to in Picard, where we also saw Quark's bar, or maybe there's Quark's bars all over the universe. We do not know. Moving a little bit further forward, we have. I know. What is the race's name? I know it's Damok. His name is Damok, but so they're going to have this as the replacement for the Bajoran security officer from last season. So this is going to be pretty fun because he's supposed to. God, what is that race's name? I can't remember. I'm losing my Trek card here, but I'm just going to call him a Damok. I know it's wrong, but whatever. So of course he comes in. He has his knife on him, and he's speaking in metaphors of the bridge crew. And I want to know what we have, like a bird counselor down here, and I've never, that I can recall, I have never seen a bird like race that I can think of in Trek. I might be wrong. As I said, I don't know all Trek lore, but I know plenty of DS9 and lore, and I mean I've seen all the series, but I haven't like committed all of them to memory. So I don't remember anything like that. But maybe it's like an original series deep cut. I get lost on original series deep cuts. Trust me. So now we go into a shuttle. Oh, the crew. And we have Mariner and Tindy. Looks like they got something in the. They're bringing something back towards the ship, and Mariner yells ramming speed. So yeah, they're gonna ram the Cerritos apparently. Uh, looks like Mariner's getting in trouble with the Cardassians. There was a little bit there with Rutherford where he's getting shocked. You can kind of see it. Sometimes it doesn't work really well when I try to move the. There we go. Looks like they might be doing some experiments on his enhancements, maybe. Uh, and then there's a. I like this little thing back here that has like two red shirts, blue and a yellow. That is probably Sequida. So Sequudia, Sequeda. But I mean that's the group. That's the four of them. So I don't know what that's for, but it looks like it's. I think it's probably. I think that's a shuttlecraft, and probably they wrote on the door. I don't know. All right, so we're gonna skip a little bit further forward here. So we have Admiral, which is the captain's wife or captain's husband, and Mariner's father. More interactions with the crew. Obviously, Mariners, of course, in the brig, and we saw this in the last trailer. More with the pack lead And Blemler, as you can see, he's there's a lot going on down here. We see Riker and the Titan crew, which now they have the TNG motion picture uniforms. Blemler getting beamed out, but then obviously being kind of like in between beaming phases. So like they always do transporter shenanigans on this show. Kind of hilarious actually. The crew of the Cerritos. I'm guessing this is some kind of collector. Who is this guy? I can't remember. He looks familiar. He might be from season one, but honestly, either that or I've seen him in a trailer before. But we have our three aspiring, two aspiring and one mariner crew members, and then the tactical officer. And I don't know who this guy is right here. So, well, I mean, he's an ensign. He's got the one pip, so maybe he's like the pseudo replacement for Blumler in like the first episode or two. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. Yeah, because there he is right there. He's getting picked up by the robot as they get chased out. Obviously, whatever they're into there is trying to kill them. We got the Nausicaans. And I believe this right here is what was in the back of the shuttle that Tindy and Mariner was bringing back. It looks like Latinum right here, actually, but I don't know what this metal thing is. And then the Nausicaans look like they either lost and are sort of losers or they won it. I think this is where Mariner throws a Latinum at them, and then they go for it and they run. So then they probably get to the shuttle and head back to the Cerritos. There's just some crew interactions here. Interesting of note, it looks like Mariner and Blumler get stuck on a planet, and they get stuck on a planet, and it looks like Mariner's got an injured arm. And a very interesting note here that this is a supercomputer, and I think this is from, I don't remember what series this is from, but this is voiced by Jeffrey Combs. I was watching the panel, and they were talking about the supercomputer being voiced by Jeffrey Combs. So always a pleasure to have Jeffrey Combs back in Trek. Love Jeffrey Combs. He's the one who played Weyoun and Shran from Enterprise, and many, many other things, reoccurring characters. And it says that she has to lose weight, so of course Mariner's about to kill it. Looks like Rutherford is building a Cerritos model from back in the day when we all used to build Star Trek models. Yeah, that's what we all did, right? Yeah, that's what we all did. Looks like they're crawling through. We got the Cadian. I think it's Cadian. The Cadian doctor. And Tindy crawling through the Jeffries tubes, as well as Mariner and whoever this guy is right here. He might have been in one of the episodes of season one. He might have been one of those guys that's like super cool guy or something like that. I don't remember, but looks like they're getting attacked by hockey pucks of death. Then here comes one of the funnier parts where you have Blumler crawling through the Jeffries tubes, and I love this, he's talking to a plate, and on the plate is Tom Paris from Voyager, voiced by, of course, the actor who I can't remember his name right now, but played by the actor who is Tom Paris, obviously. Otherwise, they wouldn't have done it. I don't believe. And it got Voyager in the background, and he's just basically saying, well, I'm kind of worried about the fumes in here because you're hallucinating and you're talking to a plate. And, Blumler's just sitting there laughing at himself. Obviously, here there's some shenanigans. They're driving around in the Jeep again, and looks like they're in ambassador uniform, so obviously there's some kind of ambassador shenanigans there. I think that's Tindy. Well, that's the Titan, and that's probably a Pac-led vessel, I assume. But that looks like the Titan. What was I looking at? What did I see? Yeah, right here. I don't see Tindy in this, so I'm assuming. Yeah, and look at the hair. That's got to be Tindy. She somehow transformed herself into a big scorpion-looking thing. And there's a lot of yellow shirts around. Oh, no, there's 2 blues in there. So maybe this is just like the 10 forward-ish area or some kind of cafe area. There's a little Borg cameo that if you blink, you'll miss it in this one. And then we have the Ferengi. So they have this Jeep here, and there's a cage in here. So I'm guessing they're trying to catch something. But Rutherford and Blumler are stuck on a planet, and they are trying to outmaneuver some Ferengi. And Blumler says that, we don't have our superpowers here, it's right here, and And Rutherford says, "Oh yeah, our skin." He's like, "No, our brains." And he's like, "Oh yeah, our skins are in our brains, or our brains are in our skins," and yada yada. So then they crawl off. We get the lower decks again, starting on August 12th. My bad, sorry. And then of course Tindy, Mariner and Captain. Why can't I remember her name? I need to watch this series again. It's been a while. Uh, and as soon as I hear it, I'll know it. But so now, Mariner, of course, up to her own shenanigans. Her mom throwing her in the brig, and then telling her don't disobey me again, and then Mariner saying you can't tell me what to do, or something like that. And then we get our typical Paramount Plus logo. Yep, right there. So, yeah, I'm very excited for season 2. I love season 1 of Lower Decks. It is one of my favorite Treks of all. I mean, my favorite by far is DS9. I really have to say that if they knock this second season out of the park, this one's got to be right up there with DS9. Just because it's so good and it's so self-referential, and it is a great. It's just a great cast, a great crew, and I'm really excited for what they're going to be giving us. So. With all that being said, let us know down in the comments what you thought about this trailer. Again, I apologize. I meant to say at the beginning, but I apologize. I don't play the trailers because Paramount will find me and suck out my soul through my anus. I don't play Star Trek trailers on here just because I just kind of page through them only because copyright and Paramount sucks. So, well, they don't suck because they give us Trek, but still, it's kind of hard to be a content creator and not show this kind of stuff. Anyway, I hope you guys have a good one. We're the greatest YouTube channel you never knew existed. Thank you very much for watching.